think about it, but a simple task like putting on shoes can be a challenge for some folks. Two men from Issaquah recognized that in a special way, creating a truly revolutionary shoe line. Here to share their story are Billy Price and Darren Donaldson from Billy Footwear. Welcome to you both.
Oh, thank you.
We're very excited about this. So tell us, either one of you, what inspired this line?
Well, you know, it's to kind of keep it short. I mean, I don't have. I'm in a wheelchair, as you can see, and being in a wheelchair, you know, I didn't have the hand function. I didn't have the. It can be tough to put your shoes on. You know, you have to shove your foot into the shoe. So, looking at my feet, I knew there had to be a better solution, and that's basically where the inspiration came from. But it's turned into something much, much larger. You know, the shoes we have right now. If someone were to ask me in one word how I would describe the shoe, the word I would use is zippers. And what I mean by that, you know, zippers. It's a very unique shoe because the way we use it, the zipper goes along the side, around the toe. The shoe opens up and you can put your foot in flat. So zippers in a shoe is not original, but the way we're doing it is very, very unique.
Because you can put your foot in and then with one hand put the shoe on, correct?
Exactly.
Right.
So with shoes, you know, normally the opening of a shoe, it can be really challenging to put your foot in. So like for example, if you were to be wearing our shoes, let's say you get up and you're heading out the door and you have these shoes by your front door. You just come up, you step in, you zip one, you zip the other, and you're off.
And you're gone.
3 seconds.
So tell me a little bit about your own background. You had an accident that put you in a wheelchair and sort of had to rediscover how to do a lot of things. Tell me a bit about that.
Right. So I was a freshman going to the University of Washington, and unfortunately I fell out of a 3-story window and I broke my neck and broke my back, and it left me in a wheelchair. So it was a spinal cord injury. But basically after that injury happened, I had to put my life back together both physically and mentally. And I came to a crossroads where it was, okay, what are we going to do here? Are we going to just sit around and be sorrowful, or are we going to pick up the pieces and move forward? And I chose to pick up the pieces and move forward.
That's
and I
pretty
figured
admirable.
out a lot of stuff, but the one thing I couldn't figure out was shoes.
Shoes, because nobody had come up with this yet, which is
Exactly.
amazing. Darren, how'd you get involved?
So it actually started at a holiday party in 2011. So at my house, Billy and I were just hanging out, catching up, and I was telling him what I was involved with, and I was actually involved in a footwear development project at the time. And he said, hey, you know, I have a footwear idea that I think would be really cool to do. And he kind of explained it to me, and I saw the vision that he had, and I was like, you know what, let's do that. And so just a few months later, we formed the company. We came up with our original design, which we see right here actually.
Right.
And away we went. Now, even though we formed in 2012 and had the design, we kind of set that aside, realizing that it takes a lot of capital to do footwear. And so we waited for the right time, and here we are.
I'm so glad that you were able to make it. You found investors, I take it?
Well, actually, we ended up going on to a reality TV show. And
That was the quit your day job thing.
Yes, yes.
Okay, tell us about that. What happened there?
Well, so that was the catalyst that really, you know, motivated us to move forward. As Darren mentioned, you know, it's quite a process. And a casting firm reached out and they asked what kind of ideas we had, and we literally, all we had was a little drawing of a shoe, a little idea, and then they were intrigued, and we just took the leap of faith and started moving forward. So, so what you see right now, we put this together in less than a year. So the fact that we were able to turn this around so quickly, and we're going to market with it, I don't know.
It's pretty
amazing.
tremendous.
We're pretty
It is
excited about
amazing.
it.
Show us a little bit about how that works.
And this is our firstborn.
Okay.
So
Your favorite.
essentially, you just hook onto this pull loop here.
Right. And pull that around.
And
Step in
voila.
it.
And then you can just set your foot in unobstructed, and then it's a quick zip right back
I
around.
mean, the shoe, I mean, it
That's
really
tremendous.
fundamentally changes how you put on shoes.
Yeah, look at
You know-
this one, because like you know what a hassle it is just to lace up a shoe like this. I don't even think you'd need a physical disability to see what's super cool about this shoe.
Yeah.
And
It's
how to
intended for everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a universal shoe. It's meant for me, it's meant for you, it's meant for all of us.
That,
Right.
I think, is a really amazing idea. And if you think about it, I always think about this at the airport. You see people struggling with their shoes, and it might be somebody who has trouble with their hands or a
Exactly.
thumb or
What about kids?
bending over, or kids.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, this takes Velcro to the boop to the next level. Everybody can
And
work
plus,
a
as
zipper.
a parent, you know, you want your kids to be able to put your shoes on quickly and independently, so here you go.
Quickly
Right.
you'll never get, but independently you might happen. So you're still building the business, and you have a Kickstarter for it, which and Kickstarters just they intrigue me because I love the idea that we as individuals can support really good ideas that serve the public in the way this does. So how do we get to your Kickstarter?
So you can get to our Kickstarter campaign through our website, billyfootwear.com. We have a clear tab there that you can go to. You can also go to kickstarter.com and then just type in Billy Footwear in the search and it comes right up.
And so what's next for you guys? More styles? I mean, first of all, you went blingy.
Right.
I'm glad,
We
so I don't
should.
have to remind you to do that.
Right.
For us.
So there's a lot of exciting things happening through Kickstarter, that fundraiser. It will give us the opportunity to expand on what we already have, to come out with more colors, more sizes, more lines. But the other thing that we're really excited about is we're going to be establishing a philanthropic effort. And so running parallel with Billy Footwear is a philanthropic, it'll be a nonprofit called Billy Cares. And the Cares is actually an acronym, which C-A-R-E-S. The Cares is going to, the C is going to focus on conservation, the A, the arts, the R, research and development, which is really focusing on more of the niche products. The E, education, we're going to offer a scholarship. And the S, sustenance, which is food and shelter.
Right.
That's
So
amazing.
it's our way of giving back, because there's so many people that have, helped us so much on this journey. It's the least we can do. So by buying shoes, you're contributing to something much, much more.
I
Right.
think that's terrific. There's so many people who can benefit, and Billy, I have to say, I really admire when people go through something as difficult as you went through, and they find the resilience not only to come back, but to share with other people. That's a tremendous gift to us all, and I hope it's giving you some returns as well to see how you're helping people.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very
You
much.
going to do kids things too?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So here.
Kids,
yeah.
women's, everybody's.
So this is a kid's shoe that we have here.
Got
It's
it.
actually kind of a mom and me special we got going.
Ooh,
Real
for
s-
Mother's Day, people.
And then we also have this little high
That
top
little
as
one?
well. And we have plans to expand. We have themed versions already, but as we were saying, we just need to get there. So
You guys
we're
are
really
knocking
excited.
it out of the
yeah.
park. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
We appreciate it. By the way, a total score for everybody in the studio audience, because you're all getting a voucher to order your own pair of Billy Footwear canvas shoes. So
Yes.
congratulations. Thank you for that.
you so much.
We appreciate them, and all we ask is that you talk to people about them when you're out and about.
Right.
That would be a good thing. Up next, some new players headed to the Seahawks. The special NFL Draft edition of Hawk Zone is next. Thank you.